All right, welcome everybody back to the Sylvan Librarians. I am Mitty.
And I'm Ryan.
There's a little bit of a delay there, bud.
Sorry, I'm
We're here to
monitoring
talk.
things.
We are here today to talk about Magic Summit 2022 and our experiences there. They had it in Salt Lake this year. I mean, it's the first annual, so hopefully every year it's going to be in Salt Lake. It's run by a game store just down in that. It's like an American Fork, isn't it?
No, so I think it's run by
It's run by
King. It's
Game
run.
Grid, right?
It's run by Kingdoms, and I think some of the guys in Kingdoms are at the Game Grid. Is from what I heard, but
Oh,
it's Kingdoms
okay,
who runs
gotcha.
it.
Okay, gotcha. Yep. So they ran it this year. I think they'll be running it every year. We're hoping it'll be a a big annual thing. We think it will be though, because from what the event runners were saying, this was the first big Magic event that they'd had in Utah in a good while. However, it was also the largest that they've ever had in Utah. We figured there were at least about 2,000 people that had bought tickets. So
Yeah,
it was
it was
it
at
was
least
big. It was
2,000.
packed.
Because
And that's not including the people that were there for free or the people just to see the celebrities. Like that's just the people that bought tickets.
honestly, dude, the free thing, because the way it worked for people who weren't there, we bought weekend Commander tickets just to go play in the Commander arena with other people, and it was supposed to match us with other people who were there. And first year they have problems. The servers weren't able to hold how many people were there, so they ended up having to do everything manually. But it was supposed to like randomly put us in pods. But they did have a free play section for just people who can't afford to go, so they could go and sit at these tables in the center still with everyone else where all the vendors were, and they were still able to find people and play, which I think is a really neat experience for people like who didn't maybe they didn't want to buy them, just to kind of get a feel for how everything was there, and next year they'll go. um, but I think it was actually
Yeah,
really cool.
I think it's a good advertising thing because like yeah, they're able to get there. They can see the event. They can like to an extent participate in the event. I think the only difference was they just weren't they just didn't like earn ticks or anything for their wins and losses and whatnot. But I mean, like if you just want to go and just play and you don't really care about the prize wall, then yeah, I don't really see why you wouldn't do it that way.
Yeah, it was honestly, I hope they do it again, just because being in Utah and having it so close to us. Because going to
Oh
Magic
yeah.
30 in Vegas or Command Fest Vegas, that is so much more money for us than just being able to
Oh
go.
yeah. I mean, it's what like 10 hours to Vegas from here. I think.
It's like
Like if they do one in Denver, it's like 8 hours to Denver.
yeah, it's like 6 to Vegas.
It's only six, right? Oh wait, I forgot that I live 4 hours further south now. So yeah, okay. I guess it is only six.
Yeah,
But yeah, I think it was a really good event. Like you said, the servers didn't work right. Apparently, they stress tested it on about 100 people. But once they opened it up to 2,000 and everyone was simultaneously trying to match make at the beginning of the event, they said it ran for about an hour and a half smoothly, and then it just shut down and couldn't run anymore. So
which was nice because that was the we talked to the actual event guy who was running it, and he was super
yeah,
like,
basically the showrunner.
yeah, he was just, yeah, as soon as we hit 1,000, everything crapped out.
That was the dude in the puffy coat, right? What I'm
Yeah,
talking about?
yeah,
Yeah, he was pretty chill. I liked him, and he honestly, I was impressed how cool he. I mean, at least he was playing it cool for having like what honestly could have been like a large scale disaster from a logistics standpoint, but they just rolled with it and they just made it work because the way they did it, the really only reason you need to be on the server and obviously for matchmaking purposes, but for every win, it was supposed to be that you would get 40 ticks for a win. Um, and then if you're playing CDH, then it's like everybody essentially wagers theirs, and you would get everybody's 120 ticks, or no,
you would
160 ticks per
yeah,
win.
you would gross 120, so you'd come out
Yeah.
3 vouchers is what
You
they were.
would, yeah, you'd wager 40, and then everyone wagers 40, and you win 160 if you win. But the way they ended up doing it is they just, if you won, you got a Brothers War pack that you could then go redeem at the counter for like the equivalent number of tickets, which was 40. So I mean, they made it work, which I was impressed with because, like I said, that could have been a large scale logistical disaster, but they managed to roll with the punches. So I was impressed.
Yeah, and I think definitely next year if they're doing it next year, they have a whole year to plan. So
Yeah. I mean, they said it was the biggest Magic event they've ever had in Utah, so like I don't see a world in which they don't do it again because they had to make so much money. But that had to be a very profitable event.
Bro, I spent so much money there.
I didn't just because I didn't have any, but like I spent down to my bottom dollar getting into that event. It was kind of expensive, I will say, like $150 for the 3-day pass. Like it was a little bit steep, but you could also just do Commander one day for like 50, I think it was.
No, it was 100, which is why we did the weekend.
Was it 100 for one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they should knock that down to 50 probably, because like I say, it was a little bit steep for price wise, especially if you got the VIP. VIP was $500 a ticket, and I don't think the additional $350 was warranted. Just from what I saw, like the VIP's got a lounge, and that was cool. They had like a movie night on Friday, was it? I don't
Saturday
remember.
or something.
They had a movie night.
No, but they also they also had like free drafting, like unlimited drafting from.
That's true. They did have draft on demand, which. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. $350 is a lot to put on top of what we already paid. I probably will play it next year just because. I don't know, why not? See what it's like.
If I remember right, the VIPs were supposed to get 40 tickets for each game they played, no matter if they won or lost.
Okay. If the system was working.
If it was working, but then they kind of, I think because the system went down, they did it for everyone. Because I remember like it was either Saturday afternoon and all of Sunday they were just giving us every game we played, just everyone go up instead of the winner.
Right.
Which is one of the reasons I didn't play high in CDH so much, even though honestly those were the 2 games I played were probably my most fun because I got to play my CEDH deck and my Locust God deck. So,
and that was kind of a cool thing about the way they had it set up, is they had it set up by power level. So like the tables were set up like in very distinct blocks for low, medium, and high power, and then they had a section for CDH as well. And I'll be honest, people were pretty honest. I kind of worried going in that, like, you'd have some people rolling in trying to pub stomp because there was prize support, but I don't think as a matter of fact, I think I'm the only person that I ran into that actually played out of power level, and that was by accident. Oh, no, that was by accident. They said they were a mid pod. There were 3 guys there. They said they were a mid pod, and they were not. That was a low level pod, and I was running an infect combo deck that is like decidedly mid. It's hard to make it work, but I was never going to lose that game.
Yeah.
But that's the only like out of power pod I played. Everybody was really honest, really straightforward about their decks. I don't feel like I was bamboozled or.
No, and
I don't feel like people were just there to pub stomp.
I don't think I ran into anyone who was like the stereotypical like nerd who was like shaking at the desk like, oh, you did that wrong, kind of thing. Everyone was super chill, and I think I got along with everyone for the most. Like, I don't think there's anyone I didn't get along with.
Yeah, I met some really chill people there. One thing I will say too, this was really cool, and for anybody that's been to a con, the smell was actually quite tolerable. I only ran into maybe like 2 stinky people the whole time I was there. So I hope that the nerds of the world are healing and we've all learned to use deodorant. I say we. I've always used deodorant. Some of you stinky buggers.
No, it was funny too.
You cut that part in post.
No, you didn't get to see in the Discord because I tried showing you, but they did say like, "Hey, guys."
Showed me the PSA like, wear deodorant,
they were like,
you stinky bastards.
They were like, guys, come on. We know the stereotype. Don't be the stereotype, please. And it worked.
I've never understood that. Like, why is that such a problem?
I don't know.
It's always historically been such a problem.
I don't know, but
it wasn't at this one. They all smelled very nice.
Yeah, Mitty was going around sniffing people. Just so if you see him there,
Cologne, I went the extra mile. So.
Did you? Oh, hold on. So I got some pretty cool stuff. Let me see if my headset will go up with me here. I don't know if you can see it. You see this? This is I got the white shirt. It's all white except for this little lotus design down on the bottom. And then on the back, you got like the sponsors. I've had a problem with it because I like anime too. Kyle likes anime. And we've had this discussion where you can't find like just subtle little things, right? So like if I wanted to get an orange shirt with just the Turtle Hermit School sigil, I can't find those. It's legit like Goku down the whole front.
Yeah, like you've got like a 2.5 foot tall Goku on your chest, and like the design is from your collar to the hem. Like for some reason, the people that make merch just do not comprehend understatement and subtlety. So like all the stuff is so loud and unwearable. But I really like the design they did for the shirts. I really wanted one, but they were all out of black ones.
Yeah, I don't want
to.
I really wanted the black one too, but I wanted a shirt no matter what, so I got the white one. Another cool thing I got. Let's see if the camera will pick this up here. This is one of my 3 dream cards to own ever. You can't really tell, so I do have a picture. I do have a picture ready for this for everyone. It is the Invocation Locust God from Hour of Devastation. Locust God is my favorite commander deck I own. First one I built like almost 5 years ago. And I've always wanted this since I found it. And it's beautiful. It is so nice.
It is very, and you have to... Are all the invocations foil? I actually don't know.
Yeah, they're all foil. I do plan on getting this graded.
Oh, so nice.
I do plan on getting this graded, and I think I can get a 9 on it. I don't think I'd get a 10 because the centering on the back is a little off. Just like the top is barely bigger than the bottom. And I don't think the front centering matters because it's like full art, so you can't really tell. But I spent $135 on this card, and I was looking on eBay earlier today. If it gets a PSA 9, it's $1,000.
Holy mother!
You want to take a guess what the one on eBay is for PSA 10 is right now?
Oh,
you want to take a guess?
We hit a little data glitch there, and I kind of missed what you said. So PSA 9 is $1,000, and then what'd you say?
Can you guess what the one on eBay that's PSA 10 is listed for right now?
Oh Lord, I know they're usually logarithmic, so probably like $5,000.
It's $4,000.
I was pretty close. Okay, I was pretty close. I feel good about that.
But, like, could you imagine? I will never sell this card ever. But if I got it graded and it came back at a 10, I spent $135 for a potential $4,000. You know how crazy that is?
I mean, like, look, as soon as the grading like comes back down to anything resembling reasonable, like I am getting this bad boy graded, and it's also going to be one of those that like I'll never sell it. This is obviously the best card I've ever pulled. It's the only time I pulled like the card from a set, foil borderless Ragavan from MH2. And like I'm going to get that graded. I won't say that I'll never sell it, but it's kind of like my Nintendo 64. Like, yeah, I might sell it. Like, if the price is high enough, then
you gotta be attached to it.
That much. I love money a lot more.
All right, well, Kyle, I already know your answer for this, but I do have the pictures ready. Who was your favorite person you met?
Brandon Sanderson, not close. Okay, here's the thing. If you look at the poster for Magic Fest, and Brian, you can like flash that up for the big poster. Yeah. There's a lot of people on that poster. I know exactly 2 of the people on that poster. I know Prof from Tillerian Community College, and I know Brandon Sanderson, who's not even a Magic guy. He's an author.
But he plays Magic.
Yeah, but he plays Magic. Well, and honestly, I don't think he would probably have ever come to an event like this, but he lives and teaches down in Utah Valley, so I mean it wasn't exactly a trip for him, and his company is based down in Utah Valley, so it was honestly just a big good publicity thing for him, and he signed everybody's crap. Like, there was such a long line to go see him. Oh, it was dope. Oh, I had a little schoolgirl squealing inside my brain for like the next half hour. It had to be a little schoolgirl because there's no way. I'm manly. I didn't make that noise.
No, and that's the funny thing too, because you've always talked about reading his books. I think as long as I've known you, for like, shoot.
Oh yeah.
Since like summer 2017, so over 5 years.
Yeah, I'm a stan. Like,
and
unabashedly.
You finally got me to listen to the audiobooks. And they're pretty good. So I felt.
Speaking of which, how far are you?
We can talk about that later. Because I'm still in book 2, but I did get the obligatory picture with him. I did get the picture with him because I do like the books.
You'll like him more later. That picture will mean more to you as you mature.
However, I think my favorite person we met was definitely Prof.
Prof is a cool dude. Like, here's the thing. For anybody that's wondering, for anybody that's seen him online,
he's the exact same.
He's exactly what he looks like on screen. Like, he's not putting on an affectation. He's not putting on an act. He is exactly like he is on YouTube. Well, like, he's such a chill dude.
We got this picture Sunday, right before we went to lunch, so last day. And I remember Chris, one of our friends who's not in this picture, he only went for Saturday, and Prof is his absolute favorite, and he wanted him to sign his playmat. So he gave me the playmat, and he was like, if you see him, please get him. I want the whole thing signed. I don't care about anyone else, right? And so we're walking out to go to lunch, and you can see in the picture, I don't know if you'll see my cursor or not. No, you can't really see it. Oh, right there. Little bit across is that door. We were going to walk out that door, and he comes walking in, and we all just went, guys, this is our moment. And I remember, I was like, hey, Prof, can we get a picture or something? And he just, yeah, let's do it, And, like, comes Johnson over, and he signed all our stuff. And when I told him, hey, my buddy who's not here loves you, and he wants you to sign the whole playmat. And he's like, you're not joking, right? And I was like, no. And so he didn't sign the whole thing, but he's like, I'm going to do the biggest signature I've ever done. And signed, like, the one half of it. But, like, just the interaction with Prof.
He was so chill. Like, he's the chillest, friendliest guy. And it was nice to see that because, I mean, a lot of YouTubers are putting on kind of an act and whatnot. Like, that's fine. I don't begrudge them that. But it is cool to see that he is actually like that. He's super friendly.
Yeah, he's a super chill guy. I don't think... I mean, I actually kept track of my record of games while we were there. So
I didn't. I lost a lot.
I went 11-4.
Yeah, I didn't do that well. I probably did about even. Probably about like 6-6 or something like that.
Well, it was
like I kept a lot of hands that were not going to win games.
Well, so first day, right? The systems were down. They were just still doing like the pack thing, but it was just winners. And so I didn't go super hard first on Friday because we were only there for the last half because we both worked. So I didn't go super hard. But then Saturday, when they're like, hey, yeah, just bring your whole group up. Everyone's going to get vouchers and stuff. I was like, I'm getting through as many games as possible. So we go into a mid game. I'm playing my best mid-tier deck. I'm trying to make these games fast because I want to roll this stuff in. And I didn't want, I think next year, though, I'm going to play a lot more high power and CDH ones because the one game I've got to play with my Thrasios and Ravos deck, I won in 4 turns. And it was like...
It was really fast.
Like, those... I don't know. I just like high competitive games when I know the people sitting across from me are also playing high-level cards. And, like, not to say people playing mid don't have high-level cards. It's just when you go into CEDH, you know that it's winner-take-all situation. And I like that kind of competition.
I think the big difference is just the synergies that, like, you can have high-powered cards in your deck without it being high-powered. It's kind of like the difference between having a deck with a for heaven's sake, with a Dockside Extortionist. It's one thing to have a Dockside Extortionist. It's a completely another thing to have a Dockside Extortionist and an Underworld Breach.
Yeah, you
Like
can just keep
you're
playing.
you've moved up to the next level there. It's like, oh, now you have Dockside Extortionist over and over and over.
Yeah, or
and so
some sort of thing. But...
I would agree. The high power games were a lot more fun because like I had my Elenda deck there. That's the highest power that I currently have. I mean, unless you count my Kess deck, but my Kess deck is kind of janky even for CDH. Like if I'm gonna build a CDH, I need to actually like go in and proper build a CDH deck. Get all the fast mana, I get all the everything. Maybe not like OG duels, but like everything else.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, I don't think dual lands provide enough of a benefit for it to really matter.
Not for the price that they cost. Like if they were like $100 a piece, maybe, but not for. I'll run the Kaldheim ones that have basic land types. They function basically the same. It's just
except they enter tapped. Yeah. All right. Well.
But yeah, I think the high-powered ones were some of the most fun. I agree.
Well, Kyle, we did promise one thing in the last video. Do you remember what that was?
We did. Well, we got these little packs. These little packs.
These right here. We've been opening them over on TikTok. We each had 5. This is my last one. So I will link our TikTok below if people want to go watch the other ones that you've done that I've done.
But they haven't been super duper. I'll be real honest.
Hey, I'm actually super happy. So for people who don't know, I don't know if we explained this. There's a chance of an OG duel. Jace the Mind Sculptor's in the pool somewhere. Like there's some crazy cards in the pool. It's just these were packed. Like, hey, listen. All right.
Look at my whole lump sum loot pool. 2 Green Sun Zeniths. Now, granted, those aren't bad, but these were advertised as like $20 packs. These are $10 cards. Next time, I'm getting an Iconic Master.
All right, you can do that. All right, I'm opening mine. Are you ready for this? I'm
not, but I can get ready.
I got Perfect Fits and Top Loaders at the ready for this. So let's see if people can. Oh, I'm not going to be able to read backwards. We got a Swamp. I don't know what that is.
It's out of focus. I can't even see it. You're too close to the camera. Well, the cards are too. You're not too close. The cards are too close.
We got a 10th. I'm just going to show something's cool. We got 10th District Guard, a Sonic Assault, nothing crazy. Vampire Zeal. Elemental Uprising. These are all commons, okay? Ring Garden Owl. Or Ring Warden Owl. I'm sorry. Ogre Errant. Sultai Banner. What does this do? Oh, it's just a mana rock for Sultai. Orzhov Locket. Dynacharge. Natural Connection. Vampire Cutthroat. Might of Old Krosa. Oh, I got a banned commander card I can't play. Oath of Gideon. And a
banned?
No, this one. A Primeval Titan. Prime Time. We can talk.
Not great.
We can talk about why I don't think it should be banned on some other time, but go ahead, sir.
All right, let's see if we can. Is there no way to flip my camera?
I have no idea.
Hold on. Okay, that can work.
So,
did you see that?
What it actually?
It opened without like a chains.
The first time.
This is the one. This is the one.
Look, I hope you get something better than a Green Sun. Not price-wise, but something you would enjoy more than a Green Sun Zenith.
Listen, Green Sun Zenith is fine. I don't hate Green Sun Zenith. Alright. Island. I'm not going to be able to read upside down.
Yeah, I couldn't read backwards, so...
Okay, yeah, Kaga Shadow, something. It's an uncommon. It's fine. It's a foil, though, so that's kind of cool looking. We got a Sky Spear Cavalry... Centaur Peacemaker, Sunspire Griffin, Volley Veteran, Unholy Hunger, Aether Meltdown, Giant Opportunity. It's just an uncommon, makes foods. Mana Geode.
A Mana Geode. Wow.
Nobody really plays it anymore. Cerilli. See, the hard ones are these made-up words. Cerilli Caretaker. I can do the real words. Bring Low. Oh, I thought that was a rare. Trash for Treasure. I actually need that for my Ashnod deck, but, you know. Eerie Interlude. Guided Pass. Oh, Guided Passage. Okay, that's kind of cool. And Geist of Saint Traft.
So you got something you needed. Why would you hate on these? Because I will buy these.
I'm certain that Trash for Treasure, I have like 6 or 7 of them in my bulk rare box.
Listen, I forever will buy these pre-packs.
I got too much serotonin.
Yeah, you're not used to that, are you?
I'm not. It's a very novel experience. All right, so thank you everybody for tuning in, coming and watching the Sylvan Librarians. Make sure to tune in next time. I'll be real honest, we don't have a video on the docket for what we're going to do next, so it will be a surprise for you, and it'll be a surprise for us. So go ahead and tune in again. See you next time.